How old are you? Where
Mhm.
are you from? And what do you do for a living?
46. I'm born and raised in New York City, but I live in Virginia now. I'm a technical recruiter for a government contracting company, and I've been single now for about 3 years.
Do you have any children?
No, no children.
Would you date a man with children?
I would, because I realize the dating market for somebody my age, they are most likely going to have kids already. So it's a realistic reality that I have to deal with.
What's your age range for dating?
I would say anywhere between the youngest I would go is 35, the oldest would be 50. So like 35 to 50.
Describe your dream man, but don't describe his looks.
I would say a man that communicates well, a man that is in touch with his feelings, not scared to show his sensitive side, and I would say generous as well.
Now, what does he have to look like?
Um, I would say look wise, I'm tall, I'm 5'9", so somebody probably 6 feet and up. I wouldn't have to say that they would have to look like a bodybuilder or on the cover of GQ, but a man that takes care of himself. I know that when I was actively dating, I noticed little things like if your nails are not kept, you didn't get a fresh haircut, you didn't look presentable for a first date. These are things that kind of throw me off and you won't see me again because I got to make sure I'm always put together. And when I see that these men don't take an extra level of care to show up presentable for a first date, I have run into that a lot. So I feel like I've sort of given up on the dating market because of that, but now I'm kind of back out there again and it's been rough.
So, Amy, let me ask you. You said
Mhm.
you run into a lot of guys who
Yeah.
come show up to the first date, for lack of a better word, looking
Hmm.
dusty. What does that look like? Are they wearing stained shirts when they show up to the date? What are they wearing? Are they just not putting any effort? Sweats, like,
Yeah. Sweats, backwards cap, nails are not clean, juice off their fingers. I mean, all kinds of really nasty. Yes. I'm not kidding.
wait.
Just very
So
bad
you sat
etiquette.
at a table with a man who sucked the green.
So real quick, Mr. Walker, as you always say, we are what we attract. Maria. So
And about time Ashley started asking more in-depth questions. Okay, Ash. She said, okay, these guys that you meet and that ain't got their hair cut. She said, how they coming to you? And they got on black Air Forces? Do they got stains on their dingy white tee? Huh? She said, all that. She said they sucking grease off their fingers. Sucking grease off their fingers. Where they eating at? Huh? Wing night? Shout out to Maria the Wing Night Shouty. Yeah. Nug come through. Take her to Wing Night. Yeah, this is sucking the lemon pepper season off his fingers. Like, where we going? My place or your place? What we doing?
yeah, she up here. This is a whole Bronx tale, folks. So it's looking like Matilda if she went to Crenshaw High.
Oh,
Woo!
she do look like Matilda. That's my hey, I said that to my kids. We be sitting there eating, and I be pretending like I ain't gonna give them no sweets. And I say, this is much too good for little children.
There you go. Shout out to Matilda. Let's let her go. I don't think she done. I don't think she done, y'all.
Griddle from the bone of a chicken, the griddle.
It's just not for me. I mean, I'm from New York. I've only been out here, what now, 8 years? I mean, I know you're from New York, Ashley. Like, we're just a different caliber of woman. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. It's just something I'm not going to put up with. And I'm not asking for a man that's a millionaire. I'm not asking for a man that's a GQ model. But if you don't show up clean and put together for a first date, having some kind of cologne on, because I made sure I was dressed to the nines on our first date, that shows me you just don't care.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And
that's why I'm single.
how much money does this man have to make?
Make just a little over 100,000. So I would say at least what I make or more.
Okay. And are you into 50-50 or fully providing partnerships?
I would say 50-50 for me would feel like I'm a roommate. I'm not looking for a roommate. I'm looking for marriage or a relationship. And I would say I would look for a provider, but if I have to come through and pay for everything, if need be, I can. And I'm willing to do that. But I don't want to be with a man that's sitting there saying, have to mortgage you. I can't do that. It's not for me. And I'm traditional in the sense that I do work, I do support myself, but my home will be cared for and my home will be taking care of the meals.
So let's stop for a minute.
Hair to the no. To the
So
no, hair to the no.
Here's my thing. If you are making all this money, why does it matter what he makes? We got to get back to the simple quote. Let's go to the step one. If you make it 120K, you paying bills. He ain't about to come here making 200K, then you don't pay no bills and you save all your money and he spends all his money. What's this dynamic, Mr. Walker?
That's the dream dynamic. You heard the dude Yada be on his junk. Yeah, they want that provider male to come in and say, I'm gonna pay all the bills. And you could keep hustling, doing your thing, being an alpha female, and still make bank. And you can take all of your 6 figures and do what you want. Just use it as your. I ain't got access to it. My money is your money. Your money is your money. That's the dream setup. But we know that don't work. And we keep telling them they got to abandon that outlook. You got some of the king's gold like a man. Finish this story out like a man. Go pay for him. Men get to this point and they pay for their significant other. Women get to this point and they can't fathom paying for no man.
Seriously.
Making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free.
I love it. Thing that God gave us for free. Apples.
Here we go, man. Oh, Lord.
Will be cooked. My house is always going to be clean. So I don't mind doing all that, but I can't do 50-50. So the deal breakers would probably be number one. If you have more than one baby mama, not happening for me because I've been there, done that. I would say number two, a man that can't communicate. And I would say number three, a man that has no ambition.
And can you give me one reason why you think you're single?
Because the market for a woman in my age group is stagnant. There's just nothing out there quality-wise that I feel like I will have to introduce in my life and disturb my peace for. Like you said earlier in your live today, the Netflix and chill by yourself and working on yourself gets old. And that's where I'm at now. I'm done with being single. But at the same time, am I going to let somebody in to disrupt my peace? No, it has to be somebody exceptional. And I haven't found it.
I would say, it's challenging, I think, from all women across the board, no matter how old you are, from the youngest to the more mature, no matter what race you are. I think a lot of women are saying the same thing on the internet. It's a challenge to find the man that you have in your head. Even if you take off 3 notches, like, okay, well, you don't got to do that. You don't got to do, you don't do. Even still, I'm hearing that's a challenge. Is that fair to say, Amy?
Absolutely. I mean, and again, it's not that I'm super picky. It's just that at this age, at 46, the things that I've accomplished in my life and what I do for myself, I'm not willing to compromise. I'm not willing to do struggle love at 46. It's not happening. That's for the 20-year-olds. I don't want to do struggle love. I want a partner. I want somebody I could grow old with, somebody that shares.
You shut your lying nigga lips up.
Wow. What is she doing? She imploding on herself. You're supposed to already have your husband at 46. Granted, everybody in this fortunate, but you can't cry grapes. Grapes? All right? You can't be up here crying grapes like this. Accept your fate.
There you go. She said some truth. She said that the dating market for a woman her age is stagnant and gelatinous. Throw that one in there, Becky. Yeah, it is over. She up here, we letting her talk too long. She's starting to vent and she's starting to let it out. She's starting to let all that hurt and that weenie trauma out. She's like, I'm tired of Netflix and chilling. I'm just tired. I'm tired of Nug Nug coming over here with his dingy sweatpants, getting these cheeks. She's like, I got a change, so I need 100K. All right, you can't come disrupting my peace. And as soon as they start talking like that, they start sounding like handsome boys. Anytime a woman say, "Don't come in here disrupting my peace," ain't no man supposed to be coming to you. You're supposed to be going to him. Why? Because you don't want no man to come to you. Men that come to you, y'all hand out black pills. Y'all gonna start to understand what we say when we say y'all don't want what y'all be asking for.
So here we go.
With no man by your side because your damn mouth is what it is. It's a snake pit.
Yeah, it's another one that come up here.
I'm wishing on a star.
They killing her top. They getting on that Timu top of hers. Yeah, it definitely ain't sitting right. It look all crooked and weird. Look like it came from Five Below. But yeah, and she deserve all that because she came up here talking cash money. Meanwhile, dingy sweatpants is getting them cheeks.
Yeah, and she giving like mom dressed her up for school picture vibes.
There you go.
Know? We done with her.
Over for a potential big bag Becky.
Yeah, this one here, another Godfather classic, folks.
Indeed.
So over the hills, through the woods. You know what it is.
There you go, Locks. The smells that attitude. Yeah, Becky had an attitude. Yeah, that's called because Nug Nug working on giving her that permanent scowl. Her attitude only gonna get worse. Only gonna get worse. Ain't gonna get no better. I forgot what she said her occupation is. Don't matter.
And we got a cash up here. Shout out to Ken God. I see Ken. He come through. He says, "This is madness." All right.
That's all you're gonna get.
Yeah, at this point in the show, if you hear at this hour, y'all already know nothing but
Yes.
madness.